Jimmy Swaggart's voice was a force, booming from small churches to packed stadiums and into millions of homes worldwide. He spoke with passion and fire, determined to share his message of faith and hope. For years, he was among the most famous preachers on earth. His story is one of soaring success and deep struggle, a journey of faith, music, and human imperfection. At his peak, millions tuned in weekly to his television program, bought his gospel albums, and read his books. He built a large church and a Bible college in Baton Rouge, drawing people from all walks of life. Swaggart's dynamic preaching connected with audiences on a deep emotional level. His ministry became a global enterprise, a testament to his ability to inspire. But his story is also about being human, about mistakes and consequences. Swaggart faced public scandals that shook his ministry and his followers. The world watched as he confronted his failings in a very public, painful way. Yet, even after the darkest storms, he persevered. Through it all, Swaggart never stopped preaching. He continued his work for decades, focused on his mission. His life is a powerful lesson in ambition, faith, forgiveness, and resilience. He touched millions, fell from grace, and spent the rest of his life continuing the work he believed in. Swaggart's journey is a reminder that even the strongest can stumble. But it's also proof that a person can find a way to carry on. His influence was truly global, and his story remains a message of hope. This is the story of a man who built, lost, and rebuilt, always with faith at the center. His legacy is complex, but undeniably powerful. Jimmy Swaggart's voice still echoes, reminding us of the power of perseverance. Jimmy Swaggart's story began in Ferriday, Louisiana, a place where music and faith shaped his life. Born in 1935, he grew up in a deeply religious Pentecostal family. Surrounded by sermons, prayers, and gospel music, his faith was set early. Music ran in the family. His cousins were Jerry Lee Lewis and Mickey Gilley, both future music legends. The three boys played piano together, blending gospel with boogie-woogie and rock and roll. While his cousins chased fame, Jimmy felt called to the church. The passionate music of his faith moved him deeply. He learned piano by ear, pouring emotion into every note. This musical gift became central to his ministry, connecting him to people everywhere. Ferriday produced 3 stars, but Jimmy's stage was spiritual. He chose a path dedicated to God, setting the course for his life. The fire that fueled his cousin's music also burned in him, channeled into preaching. Swaggart's energy and passion would soon reach far beyond his small hometown. His decision to follow faith over fame defined his journey. From Ferriday's humble roots, he launched a ministry that would touch the world. Jimmy Swaggart's ministry began on Louisiana's dusty backroads, preaching from a flatbed truck in 1955. He and his wife Frances lived simply, earning little but driven by a powerful mission. Swaggart played piano and preached wherever people would listen, churches, tents, open fields. His energetic style drew crowds. He didn't just speak, he lived his message. In 1961, he was ordained by the Assemblies of God, gaining recognition to expand his work. Realizing he couldn't reach everyone in person, he turned to radio with the Camp Meeting Hour. His voice now traveled across the airwaves, captivating listeners with passionate sermons and music. The radio show built a foundation of followers and marked his first step into mass media. From radio, he leaped to television, a game-changer. TV let people see his emotion, his music, and his charisma. Early broadcasts were simple but powerful, making viewers feel he spoke directly to them. This move unlocked massive success, setting the stage for global recognition. Swaggart's journey from a flatbed truck to television stardom was fueled by relentless dedication. He built a ministry that would soon reach millions. His story is proof that humble beginnings can lead to extraordinary impact. Swaggart's ability to adapt and innovate made him a pioneer in religious broadcasting. He used every tool available to spread his message. The foundation he built in these early years would support a worldwide ministry. His rise was just beginning. Swaggart's vision and drive transformed him from a local preacher to a global figure. The world was about to hear his voice, and it all started with faith, music, and a relentless will to reach people. The 1970s and 80s saw Jimmy Swaggart's ministry explode into a global phenomenon. His weekly TV program aired on thousands of stations, reaching millions worldwide. Swaggart's powerful preaching and heartfelt music resonated with a massive audience. He built a media empire, headquartered at the Jimmy Swaggart World Ministry Center in Baton Rouge. The center included a large church, Bible college, and publishing arm. At its height, the ministry employed hundreds and received millions in donations. Swaggart became a household name, a leading figure in the televangelism boom. He held crusades in stadiums across the globe, drawing thousands in person. His energy and charisma made each event unforgettable. For many, he was more than a preacher. He was a spiritual leader and inspiration. Swaggart's success was a testament to his hard work and message. He showed how modern media could spread faith to every corner of the world. For a time, he was on top of the world, a symbol of Christianity's reach. His voice was one of the loudest and most influential on the global stage. Swaggart's rise was meteoric, but the world would soon see another side of his story. His journey was far from over. Music was the heartbeat of Jimmy Swaggart's ministry. His piano performances blended gospel, country, and blues, full of energy and emotion. Swaggart believed music could open hearts in ways words could not. He recorded dozens of gospel albums, some selling millions and earning industry recognition. His music reached people far beyond his sermons, becoming a signature of his identity. Live broadcasts and crusades featured legendary musical moments, igniting audiences. Swaggart's songs remain classics in Southern gospel, cherished by generations. His music was the soundtrack to his life's work, a gift that endures. In the late 1980s, Jimmy Swaggart's world unraveled. News of his involvement with a prostitute shocked the nation and his followers. The preacher who railed against sin now faced his own failings, publicly and painfully. His tearful televised confession, "I have sinned," became an iconic moment. The Assemblies of God suspended him, but Swaggart returned to the pulpit early, leading to his dismissal. His ministry became independent, but the fallout was severe. TV stations dropped his program, donations plummeted, and followers left. Another scandal in 1991 deepened the crisis, making recovery even harder. Swaggart's empire shrank, and his reputation was forever changed. These scandals marked a turning point, toppling him from the peak of influence. His story became a cautionary tale about pride and temptation, yet this was not the end. Swaggart's darkest chapter forced him to confront his humanity. The years that followed would test his resolve and redefine his mission. His journey through scandal was painful, but it set the stage for a new beginning. Swaggart's story was far from finished. After the scandals, many thought Jimmy Swaggart's ministry was finished. His audience shrank, donations dried up, and the media turned critical. But Swaggart refused to disappear. He kept preaching from the family worship center, rebuilding from humility. His sermons gained new depth, focusing on grace, forgiveness, and human weakness. Swaggart spoke as someone who had fallen and was fighting to rise again. For those who stayed, his message became even more powerful. He launched the Sun Life Broadcasting Network, reaching followers directly. The network featured his sermons, music, and family, ensuring his voice endured. Though his fame never returned to its peak, Swaggart remained dedicated for decades. He wrote, recorded, and preached daily, showing up for his calling. His persistence defined him, a man not broken by failure, but shaped by it. Swaggart's story is about refusing to be defined by your worst moments. He proved that after a great fall, it's possible to keep moving forward. His journey became one of redemption and resilience. Swaggart's mission continued even in the face of adversity. Jimmy Swaggart lived a long life devoted to his faith, preaching almost until his last days. He passed away in 2025 at age 90, closing a remarkable chapter in American televangelism. Swaggart was among the last of the TV preacher pioneers, a public figure for over 60 years. His life was marked by both worldwide fame and public disgrace. Through it all, he remained a constant presence for his followers. In his later years, he was surrounded by family, his wife Frances, son Donnie, and grandson Gabriel, all active in the ministry. Together, they carried the work forward on the Sun Life Broadcasting Network. Swaggart spent his final years preaching, teaching, and writing content as a pastor and teacher. He found peace and purpose, weathering storms with dignity. When he passed, he left a complex legacy, remembered for both scandal and inspiration. Swaggart touched millions, for better or worse. His story is a testament to perseverance and the human capacity for both greatness and failure. In the end, he was a man who never strayed from his chosen path. Jimmy Swaggart's legacy lives on, not just in recordings, but in the ongoing work of his family. His son Donnie and grandson Gabriel now lead the ministry, preaching from the same pulpit. The Sun Life Broadcasting Network continues to share his message worldwide. The Family Worship Center remains active, a testament to Swaggart's vision. His institutions ensure his influence endures for generations. Swaggart's life is a lesson in forgiveness and second chances. He fell, but refused to let failure define him. His story inspires anyone seeking redemption after mistakes. Swaggart's journey shows that a bad chapter isn't the end. There's always a chance to write a new one. He built, lost, and rebuilt, always driven by faith. His dedication never faded, and his ministry still touches lives. Swaggart's story is a powerful reminder. With perseverance, a person can leave a lasting mark. The work continues, echoing the voice that once reached the world.